Hello YouTube, it's Tony. So today I'll show you a quick guide on how to train archaeology. Now this is not a complete guide, but I'm just going to cover the basics here. I will try to do a complete one in the future as soon as I discover just about everything. In order to start training archaeology, this is located in the DIGSITE south of Varrock, which is marked on this mini-map. Upon logging in for the first time since that update, you will get a free teleport. After you've completed the tutorial, you will get level 5 archaeology, which will also give you an archaeology journal as well as a soil box in your inventory. Now, I do recommend that you use Sign of the Porters as well as Grace of the Elves, because it will make banking easier. Now that you've completed the tutorial, what you want to do is enter the archaeology guild and then click view the dig site map and right click and teleport to the highest level dig site you've unlocked. This will give you the best XP at your current level. In that particular area, you're going to excavate any of these remains. When it comes to excavation, you'll see a progress bar over the top of your head. This process is very AFK. Once again, you want to make sure that you excavate the highest level remains you have unlocked. Every dig site location has a couple of level tiers you can unlock, so be sure to check the skill guide for this. The progress bar is saved for all the same remain kind, so that means if you were to move to another one of the same remain, then the progress will carry over. While you're excavating, you have a chance of receiving soil plus a random material for archaeology restoration. Every 10 levels you can upgrade a mattock for the best gathering rates. There is an NPC in this guild and he will sell you all the way up to Rune Knight, but afterwards you will have to smith the tier 60 all the way to tier 90 mattocks, just like mining itself. Then we also have the Sprite Focus. Similar to Opportunities from mining, you can click this and when you're gathering the same sparkling spot, you'll get various buffs. Just like mining, the spot will change randomly. While the spotlight percentage increases over time as you gather, as soon as you get off this, it will start to diminish and decrease. Finally, when the progress is drained, you'll receive an artifact and you can restart the same process. Unfortunately, the XP you get from gathering broken artifacts isn't very good. You can also right-click to survey the remains if you want to see what materials and artifacts you can get from this. Restoration. Damaged artifacts can be restored at the Archaeologist workbench. In order to restore this, you will need certain material combinations. You can simply left-click and inspect if you're not sure what is required. You can then click inspect again and you can see on the right side where to hand these in for what are called chronotes. Chronotes can then be used for various unlocks and rewards. Otherwise, you can just bank them and save them for later. Here are 3 other ways to get materials. Unfortunately, the materials you gather from excavation usually won't be enough to restore the artifacts. First, we have soil screening, and that is located in the Archaeology Guild. I'm not sure whether wet or dry screening makes a difference. The soil you screen will have a chance of giving you a material, but I personally don't think it's very reliable for getting materials. Then we have the material caches, and they're located throughout Runescape, and I think this is by far the most Iron Man friendly way to gather any missing materials. You can see the entire list on your skills tab. Now, gathering rates here are actually pretty decent, but it's still time consuming. They work just like trees where you can get multiple materials before they deplete. Also, they are not instant, so that means because it's day of release, you're gonna have to compete with other players in this case. And then finally, the third option we have is to buy them off the GE, and materials on day of release are actually fairly expensive. I mean, it's probably gonna be a good money making method for those who don't care about getting max cape again. Handing in relics. Now, NPCs will buy relics off players for chronotes. Unfortunately, they can only buy one of each until you complete the category. If you have duplicates, that's unfortunate because you're gonna have to just save this for another cycle. Chronotes can then be bought in the guild shop for temporary various buffs, but it's not really needed for training. As I wrap this video, once again, this is not a full guide, but rather only gonna cover the basics on how training this skill works. So what are your thoughts on archaeology, and what level are you right now? So yeah, thanks for watching and I hope it helps. If I missed anything, feel free to ask. Also, be sure to subscribe if you haven't done so already, because I will do more guides like this in the future.